Hello. This is weird. I'm saying hello. Hello, Kyle.
Hello, how are we?
I'm not too bad. He's on his holidays to answer the burning question that everyone has, which is where's Robert?
His life's
He's
a holiday.
decided that a week in the sun is better than being on this podcast, and I, for one, think that is heresy.
Treason.
Yes, treason, punishable by
If
having to watch Rangers, but yeah, or Queens,
and for the
depending.
Euros.
Yes, but talking about the Euros, we've managed to qualify, and he's not here. Scotland are going to Germany.
Cue the flags.
Cue the what?
Flags.
If that was coordinated, I would have got my Scotland flag out as well. We are going to Germany. Didn't had to do it without kicking a ball. We seem to have qualified from the most climactic way the last time, which was a playoff final that went to extra time and penalties. To this time, where we managed to do it without kicking a ball. What do you think, Kyle?
Just shows how good we are.
It does show how good we are. And how do you think we might get on at the tournament?
I think depends on the group.
I think it really does depend on the group because we've seen we can hold our own for a while against big teams.
We had France under some pressure
for 10 minutes.
Yeah, better than
now. It is better than now, and to be fair, that was with 8 changes. It is now 3 defeats in a row for Scotland, which is disappointing. But they are against England, Spain, and France. So
top 10 sides.
Top 10 sides, top seed sides. You'd expect them all to get to the semi-finals of the Euros. I think Spain could easily get to the quarter semi-finals.
And Spain are about hit and miss, I think.
Good enough on their day.
We had them sweating for what, an hour and a bit?
I'd back it again. Like, if we got Spain at the Euros, I think I'd back us.
I would. Maybe not England. Spain, I'll take Spain.
Happily take Spain. Yes, I think even Germany. If someone could put us in the group with Germany, that would be absolutely fantastic. Please and thank you.
They fell off something serious, so I would.
They really have. Julian Nagelsmann, the man taking them to the Euros now. Again, that'll be interesting.
Take Italy.
Say that again?
I would take Italy because they don't seem too good these days either.
Again, yeah, the current champions. It's just they're second in their group.
Got beat by England 3-1 or something.
They did, but England got their standard penalty to get them back into the game. Surprised no one.
Because Kane needs to score.
Yeah, because Kane has to score his goal. It's horrendous. But moving on slightly, as I say, we were defeated by France. We do have hopes for the Euros. We did hear from some English pundits, thank you, Robert, for pointing this out to us. They have claimed that Scotland only qualified because of the group we were in. What do you make of that, Kyle? The group obviously being Spain, Norway, Georgia, and Cyprus.
I think the bottom two, they were just there to make up numbers. It was very much a 3-horse race, I would have said.
It was a 3-horse race, right? But they say Scotland only qualified because of the group. They have a harder group than England.
Then England are a higher seed, so they get easier groups.
England were in the same pot as us for
really?
Qualifying for this. So I looked at this again. So the qualifying pots, Spain were ranked higher than Italy at the time because it came from the Nations League. So Spain were ranked higher than Italy. So Spain a harder game. Ukraine were ranked higher than Norway, but not by much. Norway obviously have the Erling Haaland factor. Ukraine we obviously have a relationship with, but we have beaten them. As of England, pot 4, they got Macedonia, who were the easiest team in that pot. We got Georgia, who were the hardest team in that pot, or highest ranked team in that pot. And then the last pot, we got Cyprus, third hardest team. They got Malta, easiest team. So I'd just like to put that to bed and say you're talking shite.
Oh yeah, they are talking nonsense and we qualified first, so we must be better.
We did qualify first, so we must be better.
Just how it works.
Kind of other home nations, the Republic of Ireland still have a chance for a playoff spot. I think they need some absolute wizardry to happen in order for them to get one. I'm really not sure it's possible. It looks like it's going to be the Netherlands or Greece who qualify along with France. You'd probably back the Netherlands, I imagine. Greece only have one game. Netherlands have two. Probably go with the Netherlands who go through. We'll come back to England. Wales, the qualifying campaign is back on.
Said no one.
Said me. Obviously, beating Croatia in Cardiff in the only game. They've got 2 games to go. They've got a trip to Armenia, who beat them 4-2 in Cardiff. I think that was a night where everything Armenia touched went in the back of the net. And then they have a home game against Turkey. Turkey have already qualified. Turkey only have 1 game to play against Wales. If Wales beat Turkey by more than 2-0, Wales will win the group.
Well, hopefully, more home nations, the better.
Hopefully, yes. Obviously, Euro 2028, we spoke about that last week. We don't know what the qualifying will be. It looks likely that we'll still have to qualify through the normal process. Wales probably on the decline with Aaron Ramsey. They've got some good young players. They've got Ampadu. Wilson's not bad despite being one-footed. Dan James, one-footed.
Danny Ward.
I think they could... Not young or good. Do you think with Dan James and Harry Wilson, given they're both really one-footed, do you think Wales could just say it's a 3-legged race and then they could be one player?
You could try. I don't think it'd work. I don't think UEFA like them sort of games.
UEFA don't like anything. They're buzzkills.
Yeah, give them a few fivers. They're all right.
Yeah, I mean, that's true. Northern Ireland, of course, eliminated. It is... yes, they've managed to pick up 2 wins in a group containing San Marino, so we can guess where Northern Ireland's...
They did score last night, though.
2 wins came from.
Last night?
San Marino did score last night against Denmark.
They were drawn, was it right in saying?
Yeah, they were drawing. They scored an equaliser before half-time. They're now drawing.
That's good. Good old San Marino.
Good old San Marino. That's the end of the home nations. Obviously, the last one is England. England have qualified. They are almost certainly going to win their group because they've got to play the bottom 2 ranked sides. How do you think they're going to get on at the Euros? Obviously, there's been a lot of chat. Do England have what it takes to win the tournament? I read another thing to say the only thing that could stop England is France. Do you agree with that? And what do you think?
Firstly, I think the only thing that stops England is England themselves in their tactics. They're very backwards.
The media, the tactics, the hype.
I think if they don't win this one, it's bad. It's bad.
England will probably win their group. They'll go in pot 1. Somewhat. If someone breaks Jude Bellingham's legs, it's a possibility they might not win the Euros.
They've still got like Foden and Grealish and others. Decent players. Yeah, not Bellingham standard, but decent enough.
Yeah, they're not Jude Bellingham standard. I see Jude Bellingham as being like compared to some of the best players of all time in Spain and Italy already. I want to say Andrea Pirlo was one of those names. I could be wrong.
I think he'll get to that.
Say again?
I think he'll get to that standard.
I think he will. People are saying he's there already, basically. They've apparently been watching Sunderland, Real Madrid, scouting. Is it Job Bellingham?
Joby.
Right, I never made that joke. You did.
That's what his name is.
That is his name.
Joby.
So do you think England will win it?
I say no, I don't want to.
I don't want them to either. I think France are a better team than them. Portugal and Roberto Martinez look an unstoppable force. Spain don't look too bad. The thing is that we can watch England and say they look good and say, oh, they've not played a good team. The thing is, they've played Italy, so they've played a good team and they've beat them twice.
Yeah. It just depends who turns up for.
It does. It depends who turns up for the tournament. You know, I seen a poll. I think it was at half-time last night, and I think the game was 1-1 at the time for Italy, England. I think I seen a poll on Twitter that had more votes for Southgate out than Southgate in, and England went on to win that game 3-1.
Well, he's leaving after this tournament, isn't he?
I mean, yes.
So, will the players play for him if they're going anyway?
You'd think so. You'd think that'd be like a key thing. Let's play for Gareth, but we shall see.
Hopefully not.
Obviously, Robert has some reaction to the Scotland game, but he's on his holidays, so he has pre-recorded some. This is his thoughts on Scotland qualifying. Me and Kyle obviously delighted, but here you go.
Oh, sorry I can't be there this week. As you can see, I'm on my holidays. I did have the chair set up all out there, but there's hundreds of folk on the balconies and I looked like a right idiot, so didn't want to get anyone on film. Just couldn't miss the opportunity to say, well done Steve Clark and the boys, amazing. I was watching the Spain game, it was, I mean, would have liked the draw, but we'll take the win for Spain because it means we've qualified, so hopefully we'll still top the group, but there's still time yet. Points to take away from the game. Annoying that we didn't do it against Spain ourselves, but I mean, you can't complain, we've qualified and we've got that kind of ease going into the Norway game that it's going to be a party, so yeah, brilliant.
And yeah, so to move on to Robert's other passion apart from Scotland
Drink.
and darts. I couldn't leave it on a negative. Rangers have appointed a new manager, and Philippe. Are we going for Clement or Clement?
I think is it not Clement in Belgium?
I think it probably is Clement in French, but
Philippe Clement.
yeah, I'm going for Clement because Paul Clement got away from it for God knows how many years. I did misread it at first. I did think they had appointed Paul Clement, and I don't know what he's doing these days.
Probably not a lot. Countdown and knitting.
No, Paul Clement's still. It says he's currently unemployed. He was at Cercle Brugge, so I knew he had some connections to Belgium. It's not. I'm not. Yeah.
He's probably just still following Ancelotti around.
Oh, very. Well, he's not at Real Madrid at the minute, so.
What the hell?
You never know. He seems like he's a good appointment. My first initial reaction was, why have they appointed Paul Clement? And then my second reaction was, who? And then my third reaction upon going, oh, this is who he is, was, okay, this seems like a really not Rangers at the moment like appointment, because it seems like he's been thought out and considered and reasonable, yeah.
It seems if he's won trophies in a decent league, he must be somewhat good.
He is. Monaco. He got sacked from Monaco, obviously. He improved their league position a bit, got sacked after running bad results. Monaco currently top of the French league.
Right, but
that's kind of a bottom of the copy, but he has won trophies in Belgium. The Belgian league, for those who are not aware, is absolutely mental. It gets to a point where it splits like in Scotland, but the teams get half the points they started with when they went in the split.
Sounds groovy.
I mean, it just sounds absolute chaos. He's took advantage of that chaos. I think it'll be interesting to see what kind of character he is and how he approaches the job. I think there's a very confrontational stance he can take to the Rangers job. So the kind of straight down the line, I'm here to fight and win type things. And if he's a kind of, I'm not worried about anyone else, I'm here to do my job and do the best I can for the team. I think it's interesting to see what line he takes on kind of that question. Robert has also left his reaction, so again, we'll insert that kind of somewhere here.
I'm back, and this looks like a cameo, but it's not, just the angle on it. Looks like Kyle's paid me to do this, like I put me a 10 on cameo to send on this video. Command's got the Rangers job, I'm happy with that. Most qualified candidate out of them all, I would say. Did well at Club Brugge. I mean, it's the same kind of principle as he took a team that was maybe underperforming and got them to win the league and the cup. I think he won the league 3 times, once at Genk, if I'm right, and twice at Bruges. That's what we need, someone to come in, steer the ship in the right direction. However, obviously in Belgium we had a lot more transfer fund, so we'll see. That will be interesting. Yeah, but I think going forward it's going to be tough for him. He's got a lot of dross to deal with. The likes of this guy could say Dessers. I think Dessers will come good, or maybe not good, better under Coman. It'll be interesting to see who he puts into the backroom staff, because that'll play a big role. So I'm just getting a notification there, I'm not used to this. And aye, I think it'll be a tough one for him, but let's be honest, he's got the League Cup semi-final coming up, that's massive. He's got the rest of the league to try and salvage, and he's got to go forward another haul in the next summer with his own players that he'd like. And yeah, So thank you very much. I'm going for my dinner now. That'll be great. And yeah, I don't know how to say bye in Greek, so see you now.
And yeah, he's got a tough start to life as Rangers manager. He's got Hibs at Ibrox, and if that doesn't go right quickly, fans might, is it too early to say the fans might turn? Like,
no, but he needs to get his own players in and
he
instrument his
does.
way.
It's going to be a rebuild job. However, Rangers fans are fickle beasts. I can say that. He's not here. Rangers fans are fickle. A poor result against Hibs, and they'll be asking questions. I think Robert mentioned it there. I'm going to bring up Cyril Dessers. I have an obsession with Cyril Dessers. How he gets the best out of what is a fundamentally terrible group of players that are nowhere near the standard of winning the league title.
Yeah.
I think it's a question.
But if they're capable, just at the door, January, bringing some his players.
Bring in some of his players, yes, but they brought in a lot of players in the summer. They have basically a rebuild in the summer. They can't just chuck it out halfway through because they're going to get no value for if he wants to sell any of the ones bought in the summer.
Well, maybe depends how much they back him.
It does depend how much they back him. It depends how much money they have to put in. He might have to rely on loans.
They'll get decent money from Europe and TV deals, and
that's true. But I was led to believe some of that was spent in the summer.
Yeah,
I think getting through might boost the coffers a bit.
Sima is only on loan, so he can get chucked back if he's
been one of the few positives, isn't he?
Because he's probably the best player, but
yeah,
if he doesn't like
Butland.
Sima Butland.
Yeah, that says the fact his name Jack Butland is possibly their best player this season. So that's all you need to know. The start doesn't get any easier for Clement. Hibs at home, followed by a trip to Prague. Not the game you'd pick, especially after getting beaten Cyprus last time. Like the Betis win in the context of the Cyprus game looks so much more important.
He needs like a wee Livingston and a wee maybe Kelly, two of them.
Yeah, no, it's Hibs, Sparta Prague, Hearts at home.
To be fair, it'll show what he's worth if you can. Points.
They've then got a midweek game. I think it's at Dens Park, away at Dundee before. So they've got There's then a midweek league game away at Dundee, and then the League Cup semi-final again against Hearts at Hampden. That is a really tough start.
So yeah, just depends what he's worth. He's worth his salt.
It is, and Hibs obviously with Nick Montgomery, they've had an international break to prepare for this game. Rangers haven't had a manager in for quite a while to prepare for this game.
Only about a few days, isn't it?
I fancy Hibs for at least a point, and then you'll go on Super Scoreboards and they'll all be going mental. I fancy Hibs for at least a point.
It's not predictions, so
it's not. You've not picked that. You've not picked that game. It's you. Terrible. What else?
New manager bounce, Rangers for the win.
Oh, you're going for a new manager bounce. I think you need time for a new manager bounce. I don't know whether a week's enough time.
Just depends how the training's going, how quickly he's like, I'm the man.
And it depends how much of a departure he wants from the previous. Like if he says I want to set up on a new formation and do things completely differently, it's going to take time. And I don't know if he can do that now.
I don't know.
Moving on to something you will know about, Merseyside Derby, lunchtime kick-off this weekend.
Oh yeah, I can't watch it, so didn't care.
You at work?
Yeah, working.
That's a disappointment for you. Are you looking forward to hopefully smashing Everton?
No, Swordslow will get beat.
Everton? Is it not at Goodison as well?
Yeah, I can't. It flashed up earlier. I think it's Liverpool at home, Anfield.
Oh, it's Liverpool at home because really, what you really want is it to be at Goodison Park. To be fair, Everton come off a 3-0 win at home against Bournemouth.
I could beat them.
I mean, yes, Bournemouth aren't very good, it has to be said, but Everton don't seem to score a lot of goals. Liverpool seem to not be doing too badly.
The same 1-0 down, then we'll score 3 and it's 3-1 as always.
You think it'll be 3-1 as always? I think I'm going for a nice solid 2-0 Liverpool win. As we know, I don't rate Everton. I don't think anyone's surprised by that. How might Liverpool approach the game, Kyle? Do you think they'll be...
I can't remember the last result they had. Feels that long ago since we've had any good football.
Well, it does. I can remember the Tottenham game.
I think that was second to last week.
Yes, it was. Who did they play?
I'm sure we got beat, actually.
No, you drew 2-2 against Brighton.
Yeah,
That explains why you got beat, actually, why you feel that. Because I watched that game and both teams probably walked away from that going,
I guess
we
also
have chances to win that.
I was in my bed, so that's maybe why as well.
That is also possibly why.
I think they'll come out wanting to get a reaction from probably a poor start, poor first 8 games, I would say.
A poor first 8 games. You're 4th in the league. You're 1 point behind Man City.
I think performances rather than results have been dry.
They have. Everton have 7 points. You have 17. You are 1 point behind Man City. Man City have lost 2 in a row in the league and 3 in a row in all competitions. They are at home to Brighton. How do you think they'll do?
I think standard Man City, about 8-0. Just run riot.
Well, actually, Brighton are that kind of team. I can see it being 6-2 or something ridiculously stupid where Brighton just go for it and Man City go for it too.
They got beat like 6 by Villa, didn't they? 5-6-1.
They did, but Brighton, like, the way Brighton play, they'll have those days. Again, I watched that game. That was everything Villa touched went in.
It's like when Bielsa was at Leeds, it was either 6-0 Leeds or 6-0 other team.
Yeah.
Just how they play.
You never know. Roberto De Zerbi might work up some magic. If Man City do lose a 4th game in a row in all competitions, they then go into the Champions League in midweek. Does that put more pressure on Pep? Because obviously, in between, I say all competitions, it was not 3 losses in a row in all competitions. It's 3 losses in our domestic competitions. They beat Leipzig 3-1 in the Champions League before the defeat by Arsenal. They go away to Bern to play Young Boys on Wednesday night. I don't think Pep Guardiola will be losing much sleep over that.
I wouldn't have thought so, but they did lose to Wolves. They probably would have said the same. So
they do, and I have realised that after a trip to Bern, they also have a trip to Old Trafford. So it's good. It's good to know they've got Brighton, which is a difficult game, and then 2 easy games immediately after that.
Well, to be fair, Man United always seem to turn up against Man City.
To be fair, last year they had a considerable amount of help by sort of ludicrous VAR decision against Man City.
Yeah,
yes, I mind that too. We've not spoken about Man City Arsenal, actually. I don't believe.
Can't mind it. Don't think so.
I'm not sure we did. If we didn't, actually, no, I think we did speak about it last week. Because I think I said Arsenal were amazing. It's been a mad week. We've been busy watching Scotland, going, well, hey, we're going to the Euros. Who cares about domestic football? Sandro Tonali's probably getting banned for betting offences. Who cares about football? That's great. Absolutely. Newcastle have no squad depth. No squad depth at all. I was going to say you saw that in the Champions League, but you saw that in the Champions League win against PSG, that Newcastle had no squad depth.
At least you beat PSG, so your season's peaked. So
yeah, season's peaked. It can only go downhill from here,
okay.
And we're mid-table in the league, so that's not a good sign.
As long as you don't get relegated, no harm, no foul.
Top half would be nice. Alan Pardew managed to get us to Europe. Eddie Howe's got us to Europe. He needs to sustain that. Otherwise, I'm going to start comparing him to Alan Pardew.
He's just the modern day Alan Pardew.
No, because he's actually good.
So was Pards.
No, he wasn't. To be fair, he got Crystal Palace in the FA Cup final, and he did some good work with Charlton and West Ham as well.
You don't manage in Bulgaria for nothing.
That is true. If you're Neil Lennon, you end up in Cyprus instead.
That's when happens when you make bad life choices. You go to Cyprus.
And you make good life choices and go to Bulgaria.
Yeah.
Right. Good.
Anyway.
Before we move on, actually, a shout out to Kirsty Howard again. Back into the Scotland squad. I see one of the top scorers in the SWPL. So a shout out from someone else from Dumfries. Hopefully you will finally make your Scotland debut in the upcoming round of fixtures.
And get a goal.
And get a goal. Debut first, then get a goal.
All in
You've
one.
got this.
Just get a start.
Anything else before we move on?
Quickly, Queens were pish.
Lovely. I feel that I might just cap that for next week, then we don't have to talk about Queens. I can just put that at the start of the episode.
Just like screen record it and then just says me saying it every week.
But was it that bad again? So obviously it was Challenge Cup. It's a team away, like it's at home against a team a league above. Got beat 2-1 by Arbroath. From what I've heard, the winning goal was an absolute screamer. Can you really blame Queens?
It was a good goal to win it, but it was annoying because the boy was going off, but then they cancelled the sub and they came on and then scored us. But they scored a goal and it was good up till they scored, then sat back. Just sat back, defend. It was always going to happen.
That just getting beat was going to happen.
I could feel it. They were always going to score Arbroath and then just had a feeling.
What are we going to do next year if Annan get relegated? Which, to be fair, it looks like they might not. They can overtake. It is obviously actually the derby this weekend at Gallowbank. I reckon a loss to Annan will spell the end for Bartley.
He needs to walk because the board won't sack him.
A loss to Annan, and they might. I think they'll have to. You can't lose. Would it be 7 in a row in all competitions?
So either way, 6 or 7 makes no odds. Still terrible.
It makes no odds. It's not good. Like a loss to Annan would also put them above us in the league, and I was literally going to say Annan are probably going to get relegated, and they found some form, so maybe not. What are we going to do next year without Edinburgh City to get all our points from?
Well, we go 9th, Annan go 10th. Or maybe
we stay up in the playoffs.
Maybe get 8th, depends who comes up. Maybe somebody pish. But
you never know. Probably not. Sad news for Queens again, but I think it is now time to move on. We're going to do the predictions first this week. Kyle's choice, because Robert isn't here. Last week, it was 3 points for myself and Robert, 2 points for Kyle. None of us predicted that TNS, we all predicted TNS would win. None of us predicted that we'd need penalties for that. Me and Robert got points by predicting Falkirk's win against Queen's Park. Me and Kyle got points for predicting Wraith's win against Montrose. Robert got points for Notts County's loss to Mansfield. And Robert got points for Bulgaria's loss of Lithuania. Me and Kyle got our other points for predicting that Wrexham would beat Salford. This week it is Kyle's pick. First game is St Johnstone versus Motherwell in the Premiership. St Johnstone remain bottom without a win all season. Motherwell are 5th but have lost 4 in a row. I have now sat here and realised that I don't think I have what Robert's predicted. So I will either tweet that or I'll try and make it come on the screen. However, Kyle, what do you think? St Johnstone are bottom without a win all season. Motherwell are 5th but have lost 4 in a row.
I think Motherwell will pick up some form.
So do I.
Make it.
Championship, Morton versus Cove. Morton versus Inverness. Battle of the bottom 2, both in 5 points. Inverness are unbeaten in both league games since Big Dunk moved away from his vegan pies to a point within Inverness. Morton's only League One came on the opening day. It's been a long time without a win for them. I think they'll be waiting even longer. I think Big Dunk is going to get himself a draw, not a win.
I think the Dunk Express rolls on for an Inverness win.
League One, we've got Cove versus Montrose. Montrose are in 3rd and won 4 out of 5. Cove are up to 6th, but they only have 1 win in their last 5, which was last time out against Annan, but they are unbeaten in 4. Montrose for me.
I'm going to go for a wee draw, I think. So.
You're going for a draw.
Easy.
League 2, Stennismere versus Peterhead. Stenny have a game in hand on Peterhead and are only 4 points behind. Both sides are unbeaten in 4 games. This is one in which I am going for a draw.
Go for Stenny.
Going for Stenny. Into the Bundesliga for one of the wild cards. It's Union Berlin versus Stuttgart. Contrasting fortunes. Union opened the season with 2 wins and then have lost all of their next 5. Stuttgart have won 5 in a row since losing 5-1 to Leipzig in their second game of the season.
Stuttgart.
I'm also going for Stuttgart. And the last game is in the FA Vase, which I believe is the amateur. It's not the FA Trophy, it's the FA Vase. I think that's the amateur one.
I don't know.
It's Abbey Hay versus Runcorn Town. Both sides are in the 10th tier of English football in different leagues. Runcorn have 24 points from 16 games. Abbey Hay have 28 points from 17. I'm going for home advantage in Abbey Hay.
Just do a draw.
You're going for a draw. I don't know if it goes to replay or extra time. We'll figure that out in a minute. But now it's time for this. So, given that Robert's not here to make a quiz this week, we're going to try one created by the football magazine 442, not sponsored. Can you name the South American stars' first clubs in Europe? We might not do all 50, but we're going to start and we might share some highlights with you. The first one is Alexis Sanchez. We have options of Barcelona, Fiorentina, Porto and Udinese, and it's nice to see we've started with an easy one. I'm pretty sure, Kyle, that it's Udinese.
Yes, I would agree with Udinese.
Correct. Alison Becker. We've got the options of Benfica, Liverpool, Roma and Sevilla. And I know Liverpool signed him from Roma, and I'm pretty sure he didn't play in Spain and Portugal.
I think he came from Roma, and it was for those Intercontinental, something like that.
Right, so yeah, Roma then.
And Roma.
Yes. Number 3, we've got Alvaro Recoba, AC Milan, Inter Milan, Juventus and Torino. They've put him in what looks to be a Uruguay shirt, even though I'm pretty sure it's Argentina, just without any stripes. I've never heard of the man, not going to lie. There's going to be people screaming at us for not knowing. Do you want to pick one of the Milan clubs and get on with it?
I was thinking Torino, but I would say Inter Milan.
Let's go for Inter then. Oh. Genuinely no idea. Di Maria.
That one's quite easy as well.
On you go.
Benfica.
Thank you very much. Antonio Valencia. Now.
Thinking of it.
Well, I know Man United signed him from Wigan.
Options of being Rio Ave, Valencia, Villarreal and Wigan.
Wigan to go with Villarreal. What do you think, Kyle?
I was thinking Wigan, but
I know they signed him from Wigan, but was he someone else beforehand? Will we go for Wigan?
I'm sure it was the same as what Becker was.
It's wrong. It's Villarreal.
I told you.
This one is Arturo Vidal, Bayer Leverkusen, Juventus, Monaco and PSV. Again, not one I know.
He's only played for one of them clubs, I'm pretty sure, being Leverkusen.
They played for Juventus, for sure.
Played for Milan, Inter, kind.
Did he not play for, like, all of them?
I don't think he did.
We're going for Leverkusen. Leverkusen's the one that jumped out at me.
I know he definitely played for them back in the day.
It is Bayer Leverkusen. We're back on Bruno Guimaraes, Ajax, Anderlecht, Lyon or Porto.
This one's yours.
Did they sign him just from Lyon? Lyon's the only one I can think of. He might have been at Anderlecht, but I'm going for Lyon, which is correct.
I would have said Lyon.
Cafu, AC Milan, Feyenoord, Real Betis, Real Zaragoza.
The one that jumps to me is Zaragoza.
Okay.
I don't know why.
I know there was a lot of them Brazilians went through Holland at one time. I don't know Feyenoord. I'm happy for Zaragoza if you are.
I don't know.
You put your head on the line, Kyle.
Yeah, Zaragoza.
Zaragoza's correct. Well done. Carlos Bacca, AC Milan, Club Brugge, Sevilla or Granada. Now, he definitely played for Sevilla.
And Milan.
And Milan.
And Granada.
Did he play for Granada?
I think so. That's not a direct quote though.
So he might have played for Brugge as well. This might be, they might all be club. Well, I doubt that, but I was tempted by Sevilla.
Yeah, that's my earliest memory of Baco's Sevilla.
It wasn't, it was Club Brugge. Daniel Passarella, Fiorentina, Inter Milan, Real Madrid, or Tottenham Hotspur.
Again, another
Getting
Argentinian.
pictured in an international top. Yeah.
I don't know. Fiorentina sounds a bit right. Just can't think
Okay,
past.
let's go for Fiorentina. Well done. Darwin Nunez, you gave me Guimaraes. On you go. Options: Almeria, Benfica, Copenhagen, or Liverpool.
I've got Almeria in my head.
Was he on there on loan from Benfica? That's all I was going to say.
I don't know. I'm thinking Almeria, but...
Well done. Almeria is David Ospina. Like Athens, Arsenal, Nice, or Borussia Dortmund. Again, I know he played for Nice.
Was that after or before Arsenal?
I would say it was before.
Yeah.
So did he not leave us Nice on a free?
Yeah, went to Nice. I think it's nice.
There's Nice.
Nice one.
Danielson, Real Betis, Real Madrid, Real Sociedad, Real Zaragoza.
That's not the one that used to play for Arsenal, is it? No.
I thought it was.
I think there was another one. A better one.
Right. So the one that played for Arsenal, Sociedad, jumped out at me, and I don't know why.
Again, I'm getting Betis or Zaragoza. I'm happy for Sociedad.
Betis. Dida, AC Milan, Benfica, Lyon, or Venezia.
Venezia seems quite out there.
It seems out there, so are we going for Venezia because it seems like it wouldn't be anything else?
And red herrings do exist.
Red herrings do exist, but I'm not sure this is one of them.
Yeah.
Oh, it is. It's AC Milan. Great.
Buggery.
Diego Forlan, Atletico Madrid, Lazio, Man United, Villarreal. So I don't think Man United signed him from Uruguay.
It's not Madrid because he went there a lot later.
Yeah.
Villarreal seems
about right. No, he went straight to Manchester United. We're doing really good at this. Diego Godin, Ajax, Atletico Madrid, Cagliari, Villarreal.
Bottom two for me, I think.
Will we go for Villarreal since it was wrong last time?
Yeah. I get this Cagliari was later on.
Maradona, Barcelona, Napoli, PSG, Sevilla.
Tough thing. Obviously, he's famous for Napoli, but
Barcelona before Napoli for sure.
what's Barcelona then? Or maybe
I want to say Sevilla was right at the end.
I thought it was right at the start. I thought it was right at the start.
Are you going for Sevilla then?
Nah, I think Barcelona.
Well, hey. Diego Simeone, Atletico Madrid, Inter Milan, Lazio, or Pisa.
Funny, that picture's right when Beckham kicked him.
Yes, it is.
He played for
Atletico before he managed them.
He played for Lazio and all. Was that his boy?
Do you have a preference?
Atletico was fine with me.
No, it was Pisa. We should have. Ederson, Barcelona, Getafe, Marseille, or Rio Ave.
I want to say Rio Ave.
I can't remember. So where did Man City sign him from?
Benfica.
So it's Benfica, and Rio Ave to Benfica makes sense, right?
I feel like weird Portugal to bigger Portugal.
Yeah, smashing. Cavani, Napoli, Palermo, PSG, or Valencia.
This is Palermo.
Kyle Lafferty.
Oh.
In Valencia, Everton, West Ham, United, Wigan Athletic, or Yeovil Town.
I think it was Yeovil.
It was West Ham, was it not?
Yeah.
Or Everton. Smashing. We might stop this at 25, and then I can put the link in the description for you to finish the other 25. Esteban Cambiasso is number 22. It's Inter Milan, Leicester City, Real Madrid, or Schalke.
I want to say Real Madrid.
I will back you up on that, and we are correct. Ever Banega, Atletico Madrid, Barcelona, Sevilla, or Valencia. So the bottom two for me.
Yeah.
I can see him playing in white. I want to say it's Valencia. I want to say he was at Sevilla later, but I could have
Yeah.
them the wrong way around.
I think you're right.
Valencia is correct. Faustino Asprilla, Atalanta, Darlington, Newcastle United, Parma.
Well, can you mind about Newcastle?
I'm trying to remember where Newcastle signed him from. And I'm having a blank. I might just pick Newcastle because I can't think of where they signed him
I
from.
was going to say, I think they signed him from Parma. But
Let's go for Parma. Well done. Correct to me. And the last one we're going to do is Gabriel Batistuta, which is AC Milan, Atletico Madrid, Fiorentina, or Genoa.
I've already mentioned him. I mentioned him earlier. I think it was
Okay.
Fiorentina. Yeah, when that Daniel Pistala guy.
All right. So you're going for Fiorentina, which is correct. So out of 25, before we get to Gary Medel, which might be Cardiff, we might do these in our spare time. But before we get there,
Can I get there?
I was going to see how many we got right, but I can't do that now. So again, we'll put how many we got right in the description. We're going to stop at 25. See how many you can get. And with that, it's time to end this week. Thank you very much for watching. Robert will be back next week. Normal service will be resumed. I'll stop talking as much. Kyle will still be here.
As always.
See you later.
Godspeed.